Right, and welcome to the show. Welcome, guys. And in today's video, we are going to take a look at something a little different. Today, we are taking a look at my customized the Batman figure, who, if you notice by the color scheme, I made him look like Nolan's Batman, Batman Begins. We're going to take a look at that beautiful cape. Now, before we do all that, guys, don't forget to follow me on the Instagrams. Let's go ahead and have a conversation. Like the pictures, make sure to follow. Now, we're going to take a look at this beautiful cape. And this cape that you see here on the figure, so you can see the details, and we're going to look at that now. I have an extra one so I can show you how the cape actually looks. Came from a gentleman, which I'm going to hold it up right now on the camera so you guys can follow him, who does this beautiful work. And there you go, you have it there. That's his Instagram, his eBay, and Mcfarlane store. Follow him on Instagram. I'll leave a link there, and when I post that I've uploaded this video on Instagram, I'll put his handle there in the comments of the picture of the thumbnail. So let's begin. Now, let me run some things on the figure first that I did so you guys can see. You guys know that I'm not a customizer. I'm new to the world of customizing. So any little flaw you see in there, it's just to help me learn and understand when I'm looking at it through the camera and things like that. So I went with the Nolan color scheme, which is all black, the Nomax suit, and then I did the gold. Now, if you guys are wondering how I did the gold, it's not acrylic. First thing I did was I took the old cape off. We're going to begin with that. You got to take this off. So I recommend using a blow dryer and hot water at the same time. In other words, dip them in hot water, dry them up a little bit, and then hit it with the blow dryer to soften it up. Some people like to cut the back. I don't. It all comes up. The plastic does melt off easily, and the cape just peels off. What you got to worry about is keeping the collar, the plastic collar, so it'll blend in with the suit. Then what I did on the wash to give him the black color, this is not acrylic. This is actually black shoe polish that I gave it. And I learned this technique from Chris's cosplay because I noticed that the shoe polish versus acrylic dries even faster on it. And if you're doing a dark wash, it comes off easily when you're doing the applying it and then taking it off to give it the dark wash look. But in this case, I gave him a black look, an overall black look like the Nomax suit. Now, I used for the belt, I used a Sharpie, a gold Sharpie. But what I did was I didn't use the pen because I noticed that the sponge applicator on the pen would get stuck in some areas. So what I did was I actually dipped the pan on a paper plate, and with a brush I started brushing it in some areas where the gold spilled over. I used a black Gundam pen. Now guys, I apologize if it's a little dirty. I was using him doing some stop motion, had him up on the shelf. I did clean him up a little bit before I put him on camera. These HD cameras give you all the details, and we're gonna get into it. And then let me show you guys one of the reasons I use what I'm about to show you, especially on the belt, because the belt is a soft plastic, and when you use a marker, it just never dries. It just leaks, it gets on your hand. So I learned this again from Chris Cosplay. I learned to use this, a matte sealer, especially this brand. Doesn't leave the figure sticky, and once you put it on, especially on that soft plastic, it just makes a world of a difference. You no longer get the gold in your hands. It's very frustrating. I did a lot of my figures like that where I used a Sharpie and just the paint kept coming off because of the soft plastic. Once I used this thing, that ended that problem. So, and again, guys, you can see some of the gold where my fingers have touched before I added that. So, and I left that there for me, more for me to learn about my errors and my mistakes. Now, going to this beautiful cape, before I tell you how I applied it to the costume. This is what the cape looks like when DJ sends it to you. Look, I have an extra one because I am going to get another the Batman figure, and I'm going to customize it just like the Batman movie, not the way Mcfarlane sends it. I just wanted to make my very own Nolan Batman because I doubt Mcfarlane's ever going to make one. So I wanted to make it because I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan and Christian Bale. So this is what the cape looks like. I'm going to go all the way over here so I can stretch it out. So for some of you guys who are going to animate, if you're planning to follow Matt Reeves' notebook where he has sketches of the flight, instead of using a flight suit, there is a picture that he has that the sketchbook shows where he has a cape similar like this flying off the building and gliding down. So this cape is just beautiful. This guy's super talented. I mean, I don't know what to say. I've complimented him a couple of times already. I bought some other capes from other people, and at the end, the sewing, the stitching would start coming off the wire. I have not had that problem with this cape from this gentleman. So guys, show him some love. Again, follow him. Get the capes from him. Now, putting it on this Batman figure here, as you can see, the way I did it, so you guys can know. And again, guys, I'm not a customizer. I've had to watch several videos to learn to do this. I took the old cape off. I did all the coloring first. I even gave him a black and brown shoe polish just to take away a little bit of the tan and try to give him like a 5 o'clock shadow on the face on there. Now, I didn't go with the cape inside the armor. I didn't go that route. I put it over because that's, since I love the first Batman Begins suit where the cape is actually around the collar and on top of the armor, that's the style that I went with because, again, I love Batman Begins, and that's why I did that. And what I used to seal it, I didn't use crazy glue, I didn't use hot glue because they just take too long. I actually used this product. This thing, before you put the cape on, is sort of like you're going to have to rehearse before you put the cape on. You got to know where you're going to put the cape. You got to make sure you get it into position right before you put it on, because as soon as it makes contact, that's it. It's glued on. You do have to press it down because it is fabric with plastic, so it takes a while for it to connect. But what I did was, not only does this have a fine tip, but I used a glue applicator. It's like a little nozzle that you put on top. It stretches out, and there you go, and you put it in there, and it just works fantastic. It went in there immediately without any problems. So again, guys, this is just absolutely stunning. Beautiful cape. I've messed around with it on my shelf. I've taken some pictures and I posted to you guys to show you, what the cape looks like. I mean, you can do anything with this kind of cape. You put on the figure, a big opportunity for you guys out there. Mcfarlane, you didn't add that type of cape. I understand you've got to meet some kind of a deadline to get these out, but just this figure in particular, I've mentioned to one guy, lends himself really well for customizing. So if you're out there and you want to do this, once again, make sure you reach out to this guy. Tell him Red sent you. Follow him, get the capes from him. I promise you, you're not going to be disappointed. They're fantastic. So again, guys, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this customized figure that I did. Again, guys, this is the way that I view our universe. You don't have to do what filmmakers do. It doesn't have to always be canon. This version of Batman is Matt Reeves. This version of my Batman is a combination of Matt Reeves and Christopher Nolan. Looks in black, as soon as you paint it, it looks almost like the Nomax suit. And again, this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I like. You know, this is how I like the style to look like. This is my preference. So again, guys, this world is for you to build it. You don't have to wait until they release it. Go out and do it yourself. I made my own Mr. Freeze, which I'm going to do in another video. I want to show him off how I did it. Some people criticizes that it looks still like Shriek. To me, it looks like Freeze after what I did to him, and I think it looks fantastic. So again, guys, like I said, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think. Is this something you're going to get? Reach out to DJ if you're going to get these capes. Again, and also, guys, if you like the video, hit the notification, hit the like button, and most important, guys, like I tell you, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. Gets me to my goal of being a full-time YouTuber. So with that said, folks, I have nothing else to say about this customized figure. Reach out to me. And again, this is Red, and I am out.